my dear nation, my dear deputies, my dear guests, I greet each one of you with my deepest feelings, with longing, with love. I would like to thank you for following our meeting on the radio channels and on social media platforms. I send my greetings and love to all my citizens. I ask Allah Almighty to grant us, especially our Palestinian brothers and sisters, the opportunity to meet and celebrate the holidays that we will celebrate with peace of mind. As you know, holidays are the days when our people live in the strongest way their friendship, brotherhood, national and spiritual values. My dear nation, our dear deputies, Israel's occupation and massacre policies in Palestine have become a different dimension after October 7th, 2023, and have turned into mass slaughter, mass punishment, and finally genocide. In the brutality that has continued to increase for 620 days, more than 55,000 innocent Gaza people lost their lives. More than 128,000 of our brothers were wounded. Israel's attacks are now much more grave, much more barbaric. In Gaza, where 80% of the population is in disrepair, 2 million innocent civilians who are trying to survive are completely doomed to hunger, thirst, and drug addiction. As if this is not enough, Israel is pouring bullets and bombs on the oppressed who are trying to survive. Every day, hundreds of people are killed by hunger-stricken people. I say very clearly, the most horrific photos and videos of World War II, believe me, are very, very innocent next to the images from Gaza today. In the Holocaust in Europe, there were no images as horrific, as painful, as inhumane, as heartless as those in Gaza. Netanyahu has already left a cruel Hitler behind in the crime of genocide. We hope that his fate will not be the same. God willing, sooner or later, he will come to fore of an independent international judiciary, confront all that he has done, and pay the price for the massacres he has committed in this world without staying in hereafter. Now, my dear friends, while Israel is committing the crime of genocide in Gaza, on the other hand, it attacked Lebanon, Syria, Yemen, and killed civilians here. In the Western Sharia, it attacks civilian settlements every day, kills the innocent, and occupies them step by step. As if all this was not enough, Israel attacked some targets in Iran, organized assassinations in Iran, and expanded the field of terrorism a little more. I have to say this first. It is a natural, legitimate, and legal right for Iran to defend itself against this terrorism. Iran is a country that does not recognize the law, does not recognize the rule, and is attacking a country that is not its own country. Moreover, these attacks were organized while Iran's nuclear negotiations were continuing. Israel, which has nuclear weapons and does not recognize any international rule, and it's without waiting for negotiations to end, without waiting for the result, carried out a terrorist act in the eyes of the whole world, in the eyes of all humanity, in the face of this attack. Unfortunately, especially the United Nations, international institutions, and states remain silent. In fact, some of them, unfortunately, openly support this banditry. For exactly 620 days in Gaza, while a shameful picture of humanity was taking place, those who were silent are now spreading to our entire region at high speed of fire. Again, they are in a deep silence. I repeat, this aggression, this rule of non-recognition, this state terror, and in the face of banditry, to remain silent is to show special consent to the one who is finished. As much as those who support Israel's naivety, the civilians who were killed in the hands of those who supported it, the children of those who supported it, this is our biggest reference source in the administration of the state. We cannot act with the statements of those who have no responsibility for the government, who are empty-handed, who are arrogant, who raise polemics, and who do not have an egg on their backs. We cannot act with the statements of those who have no responsibility for the government, who are empty-handed, who raise polemics, and who do not have an egg on their backs. We do not take into account those who criticize us mercilessly, because we draw attention to Israel's increasing aggression at the opening of the parliament. I would like to start by saying that we have been evaluating this issue for a long time. We have been in constant contact with our foreign and other friends. As a country that has been able to talk to Iran from the very beginning, we have been trying to solve the nuclear issue with diplomacy. Today, We will continue to do whatever it takes to silence the weapons. May our nation prosper. We are followers of the government's, Turkey's interests, peace, stability, and security to the end. We are strong supporters of the AKP and the Republican Union. All 86 million people are safe in these stormy waters. Another issue is that the Israeli aggression has been stopped. Yes, it is essential for the whole world and for humanity. However, all the countries in our region, including our neighbor Iran, must take the necessary steps. If a joint measure is to be taken against Israel's aggression and state terrorism in our region, everyone should put their hats on and think about it. Another important issue is that in the last 2 years, Israel has been explaining the problems faced by Turkey, which has also been attacked openly. I say this openly. Today, it is clear that there are more internal dynamics than external dynamics after the discussions, separations, and confinements that have been going on in Turkey for decades. Today, it is clear that the main cause of the internal tensions, the economic, political, and social problems that have been going on in Turkey for decades. I would like to draw your attention to the fact that almost every year in Turkey, no coup has been repeated for 10 years. No coup has been staged by patriotic hands. Here you see what happened in Iran. The coups that Fido tried to carry out on December 17th to 25th in the mid-crisis are gaining more meaning in the light of what happened today. It becomes more obvious what the real goals of these traitors are. Look not only on July 15th, not only on December 17th to 25th, but also on May 27th. You will see the same dirty network behind it. Look at the dark and gloomy days of March 12th, September 12th, and February 28th, which are said to last for 1,000 years. You will see the same dark Zionist network behind it. Turkey has also fought against Zionism in our country, fighting with its loyalists in the Fido betrayal gang. July 15th is not only a historic victory against Fido traitors, but also a historic victory against the Trojan horses of imperialism within us. The importance of this and the strategic dimension are much better understood today. My dear brothers and sisters, the events that took place have revealed another truth. The Ottoman Empire had a motto: be ready for war if you want peace, if you want independence, if you want freedom, if you want to live with your honor and dignity on these lands, if you want economic welfare, if you want prosperity, if you want peace, you will always be ready for war. If you are not ready for this, you will live the events that have been going on for 100 years and 150 years. If you don't have the strength to resist, you will be exposed to operations inside. If the gates of the front are open, you cannot stand in this geography. This country has not been able to produce its own weapons and defense vehicles until the last AK party period. Why? Was there no possibility? No, there was. Was there no human resource? No, there was. So what? There was no will. There was no courage. There was no vision. There was no love of independence and freedom. They said you will not produce. It was not produced. They said you will know your limit. They said you will not leave the given role. It was not produced. Let me be clear. It was not easy for us to break this cowardice, this hesitation, this willfulness, and most of all, this betrayal. God bless you. We have overcome all obstacles. We have broken the barriers set against our will one by one. We have put an end to the hopelessness that has been learned. We have gained self-confidence and courage for this country and for the nation above all else, especially in the field of defense industry. We have written a great epic in the last 23 years. We have caught an eye-opener in defense export, from air defense systems to warships, from tanks to torpedoes, from cruise missiles to electronic warfare systems, from UAVs and SHAs to tanks, cannons, helicopters. We have implemented national projects in a wide range. With the support and encouragement we have provided, we have overcome our defense sector to the end. We have made it attractive to invest in the defense industry, to develop products, and to put innovative ideas into practice. I can say this in the presence of my heart today. Turkey is now a country with an integrated and layered defense architecture that protects its skies with domestic and national air defense systems. We value the level we have come to by overcoming many obstacles, but we do not find it sufficient. We have to become much stronger and more resilient. As I said after the cabinet meeting, We will raise our resilience to such a level that no one can even think of attacking us. We will increase our domestic and national production rate by 20% and 80%. Let's put our heads together and think about it. This country cannot produce a common needle. We now have our UAVs, SHAs, and Akinseys, and we have begun to export them in a serious manner. We will advance with patience, determination, and solid steps until we reach our goal of full independence in the defense industry. Now, let's remember what we have done in the defense industry in the last 23 years. In Gaza, West Sharia, Lebanon, and Syria, Israel has targeted Iran this time. Turkey has drawn attention to the Israeli aggression that is spreading step by step and has called on the international public to stop this. The international community listened to these calls. Turkey's justice was revealed shortly. Israel cannot secure its security by destabilizing its neighbors. This state of jinn, which threatens the countries in the region with its own citizens, must end as soon as possible. Israel's silence in response to the Gaza strike, which took place right in front of the eyes of the world, made Israel more fearless. As a result, Israel launched a new attack wave that threatens both regional and global peace. We will continue to work tirelessly until we reach our goal of a fully independent Turkey in the defense industry. In recent years, Turkey's foreign dependency in the field of defense has decreased. Now there is a Turkey that exports its high-tech defense industry products to the world. Every step taken shapes the defense architecture of the future. Now we are on land, at sea and under the sea, in the air, in space, in every field. Yes, I offer my thanks to all those who have worked on these projects on behalf of my country and my nation. I offer my thanks to those who contributed to the development of the Turkish defense industry, and to those who pass away. Dear friends, Turkey is not a country of countries. The Republic of Turkey is not a state of states. No one should compare us with others. No one should be tempted to test us, to force our patience. Here, I would like to draw the line and say it again. We do not have an eye on anyone's land. We do not have an eye on anyone's treasures on the ground. We do not have any problems with anyone's sovereignty. We have no desire for peace, stability in our region. We only want cooperation, stability, and security throughout the Middle East. Whatever we want for ourselves, for our citizens, we want the same for everyone in the region without distinction of faith, culture, or origin. Do not forget the just, honorable, and sustainable peace. No one should lose it. I would like to emphasize this. Dear friends, we strive for peace with all our sincerity, but we also answer to the attacker with the legacy we inherited from our ancestors. This nation knows the power of the state. This nation knows what it can achieve when there is unity, when there is one heart and one arm. This nation also knows how to keep Turkey in peace and harmony in this fire of the Republican Union. No one should be worried. Our struggle will continue to stop the attack of Israel. Our efforts to establish peace in our region will continue to increase. We will not give a break to our diplomatic contacts and telephone diplomacy. We will do our best to stand in front of a great disaster that can affect everyone. With this, every attack from inside or outside of Turkey will find our nation in front of it. Our government will find its will through steel. May God help us. May God protect our country from all kinds of troubles, disasters, attacks, and betrayals. I would like to end my speech with these thoughts. I wish success to our group in the parliamentary work. I greet you all with love and respect. Stay healthy. Have a good day. I wish you good luck.
Neler yapmışız? Şöyle bir hatırlayalım.